What's up guys, and welcome to my presentation about fusion power. Fusion power is one of the futuristic energy sources of our world. There are a lot of pros and cons for this kind of energy source. It's a nearly 100% green energy and doesn't affect the environment. And fusion power is a possibility for the humanity to grow a limitless energy source. Unlimited energy and ultimate power. Sounds great. Or? But how does fusion energy works? First of all, we must say that there is at the moment no fusion reactor which have created usable energy. I can only explain the principle to you, which could be used to create electronic energy with a fusion reactor. We know that there are different atoms which all have an atomic nucleus. An atomic power energy is created by splitting these atomic nuclei in a kind of chain reaction. Fusion power works a little differently. The nuclei of two atoms can be fused under great heat. We know that there are many protons and neutrons in the atomic nucleus. Some of them emerge during the fusion and become pure energy in the form of heat that keeps this reaction going because the heat causes new atomic nuclei to fuse again and again. The idea of fusion power is to use some of the heat that is not needed for the reaction to boil water. This water then powers turbines that generate electricity, just like in other power plants. During the reaction in the fusion generator, the atoms used for the reaction are transformed into plasma. The plasma has a temperature of 100 million degrees Celsius. This is a lot times hotter than the sun. No material on Earth would survive these temperatures. That is why the plasma is held in place by magnetic bars. But are there disadvantages? Yes, there are. Harnessing the power of fusion involves a huge founding investment for research. However, the return is still unpredictable. The long-term marketability of fusion power does not help to solve current problems. Health risks are still unclear. The question of whenever tritium can leak from a fusion reactor is also controversial. Fusion power plants would be high-tech centralized reactors. This could also lead to equity problems in the future, firstly between highly developed and slow developing countries, and secondly between generations. Those who raise the funds today are unlikely to benefit from the outputs themselves. But there are a lot of advantages for the future. Fusion is an unconsumable energy and there is no resource problem for the feedstock. Large amounts of electrical energy can be supplied by a fusion power plant on a long-term continuous basis. Fusion power plants, after overcoming high investment costs, are rather cheap to operate. Fusion is low in emissions. There are no direct pollutant emissions. Compared to nuclear fission, nuclear fusion has fewer direct disadvantages. An uncontrolled chain reaction is even less likely. There are much shorter decay times for the radioactive decay, which also emits less radiation. Fusion can help overcome as yet unknown challenges. For example, fusion power could be suitable as a fuel generation for space travel. I hope you liked my presentation about fusion power and I hope you learned a lot of new stuff about this wonderful futuristic energy source.